G'day guys, welcome to another video, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Check out what I do and hopefully you stick around and subscribe and like and comment and all that fun stuff. I am using a paper collection that I actually received in my advent calendar last year, and I didn't use it. I don't know why. They're just not colours that I associate with Christmas. So I struggled with them a little bit. So I decided I was going to do something different with them. Now, the photo I'm scrapbooking today was actually a photo that was involved with a photo swap that we did with Hollie. And she's got her own YouTube channel as well. And actually it's a group of us, and on the 21st of December we're doing a YouTube hop where we swap our southern hemisphere photos for our northern hemisphere photos, so we can scrapbook snow and all that sort of fun stuff. Now, anyway, what I'm going on about is I decided to take this in a completely different direction, because when I think of an Aussie Christmas, I couldn't make it work. When I saw this photo to me is what I perceive Christmas to be in my dreams. Okay, I've never seen snow in my life. When I saw this photo, I just went, I would love to, that is the epitome. I would love that to be my Christmas. And because the photo it's not actually black and white, but it looks darker, I was able to incorporate it with this particular collection, which is the Cocoa Vanilla Joyful collection. I ended up, I think, with a couple of pieces of the 12 by 12 cardstock, the chipboard ephemera, and I think it's a sticker sheet. And I think I pulled it off. Now, what you can see me doing over on the side there, I used a font on my Cricut, and in Cricut Design Space, and I didn't write it down, which is so annoying. I know that is so annoying. I used my UNIBALL Gel Impact black pen, and my Cricut wrote, however you want to word that. So my Cricut wrote all my journaling down, and it was written onto a piece of tracing paper. I let it completely dry, because it's a gel impact pen, so it's gel. So that takes a little bit longer to dry, and it's on tissue paper. So I wasn't sure how well it would dry down. It dried down perfectly. Not a problem at all. So I'm going for a vellum look, I guess. And right at the very beginning when I was doing my waffle, what I actually did is I buy these sheets. They're full A4 sheets of double-sided adhesive. And I often forget I've even got them sitting there. But when it comes to vellum, or in my case, tissue paper, it's not tissue paper, it's tracing paper. When you go to adhere that to your page, you can't use a wet glue because it wrinkles, and you can't use a tape runner because you can see it through it. So I like to use the sticky adhesive back, and I just covered the whole thing, because the ones I buy, I get them from Crafts Online, and I think it's 5 or 10 sheets. I'm just having a quick look. 5 sheets. So it's the Poppy Crafts brand, and it's A4 paper, and it's double-sided adhesive. It's fantastic. And you think it's going to be really difficult to use, but it actually is super easy. And you can see here, when I'm adhering it down, it just goes down beautifully. Now, I did cut it apart. Originally, I was going to have it all in one piece, but to go around my wreath, how I wanted it around my wreath, I had to cut it down and adjust some of the sentences. So it worked really well. I really like how it looks. And we all know, if you've been here for 5 minutes, you know that I love a wordy layout. I like to use my words as my ephemera, or my decorations or whatever. And I really liked how this came out. So I glued down my wreath, slightly offset it. I have had a lot of questions. How do you get wreaths to look good? Okay, when you buy a wreath, 99% of the time, it's smack bang in the center of a page. Do yourself a favor, cut it out and offset it on your page, like I've done here, and have it running off the page. This goes for flowers, this goes for embellishment, clusters, this goes for, it works with a plethora of things on your page. If you have it running off the page and then coming back on, so you can see I've cut the sides off and I'm just adding those bits on the top and the bottom, and it just works because it's not a full circle in the center of the page. And I just personally think that works. Let me know, is that something that you do? Is that a technique that you have probably used before? Would you consider using it again? Here I'm just slicing the edge of the holly and tucking basically using it like a photo corner, and I'm just tucking my photo underneath it, just for a little bit of added something. It's over the top of the photo and it just gives it a little bit of a, oh, that's different. So, and it takes away from the circle part of the wreath. Now, as you can see, I didn't cut out the centerpiece as well as the outside piece because I wanted my mixed media to stay in the background, and I think that works really well. Now, I like to bend my leaves, bend my flowers. I like the dimension to be created by the cardstock when possible. And whenever I'm doing something like this, I find that it just gives a little something extra to the layout. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I love it. I love the effect of it. Now, this layout's quite quick. I will be honest, it's a power scrap. That's what a power scrap is. And it's why I decided to do this one as a power scrap, because I can't overthink it. Because the true definition of the term that I've coined, power scrapping, it's where you pull out something that you don't have a lot left of, or like me, it's something that's a little bit, it's not your usual thing. I love these colors, but it's just something that maybe you've struggled to make it work. That's probably the better way for me to describe it. And the idea is you don't overthink it. You don't overthink it. You just get it down. You don't fuss over it for hours and hours on end. Very unlike tomorrow's video. Okay, I'm going to give you the warning now. Tomorrow's video, you're going to need a cup of coffee and a sit down, because it's about a half an hour or more. I think it's a long one. So tomorrow's video is very long. You know what I did love about this? I got to put a squirrel on a scrapbook page, and it works because this photo is from, and I hope I don't butcher this, is it Bahrain? I think it's Bahrain, over in Canada. And it is stunning. I love this photo. I would love to just print this photo and have it on my wall. And it's really good because it's summer here and it is so hot. And we're having terrible thunderstorms at the moment. And thankfully, all the hail that we've got has only been about the size of a 20-cent piece. So it's not been too bad for us. But boy, oh boy, just north of us, did they cop it. Whoa. They had massive hail. It was like larger than a tennis ball. It was crazy. I've seen some of the videos, and oh yeah, it's not good. So lots and lots of damage. So the layout's coming together. I'm actually happy with the layout, and I really do like how it's coming together. I like how it's working, because my photo subject is, and I think to use the rest of these papers, I think what I'm going to do is print a couple of black and whites, because I think that will work. Now, I'm in love with the fact that I get to use a squirrel. I'm not even sure if you have squirrels over in Canada. I imagine that you do, But yeah, got to use a squirrel, so I was happy about that. Now, I did pull out some, I pulled those out and then just went, grey's not going to work. There's no grey anywhere on here. So I was going through my pearls, and that's when I realised, this is when I truly realised this is not my usual colour palette. I did not have a single flat back pearl that would match these papers. Not one. So again, this is my point, that it's not my usual colour palette. But I love how it turned out in the end. I like those stars off the chipboard pieces. I love my chipboard squirrel, my flowers. I love how they're folded up. I think it works. The candy canes, I got to stick them down. So, which, as you know, I'm not normally a pick and stick sort of scrapbooker. I don't do it like that normally. But I really did want to challenge myself to use this, and I think I managed to pull it off. I do have to come in here with a bit of a border, because the problem that I was faced with, and this is something that it's just a me thing, but see how all my writing's black? Whenever I have my, whatever my bold contrasting color is, which is obviously black on this layout, it was only on there once. And then I did my black border, so it was on there twice. So then I had to come in and do some dots and lines and bits and pieces just to tie in a little bit more black into the layout, just so that that writing didn't stand out like a dog's business, you know, like. So I just wanted to, I added that bit, and I think it really, really works. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that you will give a try, especially if you're struggling with a car, you know, a particular collection. You've bought a couple, or maybe you got it in an advent calendar this year, and maybe it's not your usual style. Give it, maybe this is something you can consider doing. Use a black and white photo. So here's the close-ups for you guys. I'm going to do my shameless plug. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me, give me a thumbs up if you got value from this video. And if you're getting value, please consider subscribing. It's free, and that way it just helps out the channel a little bit more, along with the comments and the thumbs up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really, really like how this one turned out. You know, it really turned out nicely. I love it. Thank you so, so much. Don't forget, everything will be listed in the description below if you're looking for any of the products. Bye for now, guys.